Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is Pet Platypus of DAJ Films, and this is basically like it's similar to what I was doing with the show Hunter x Hunter, which I will get back to doing like reviews. I think I'm gonna do like 3 episode reviews. I just haven't felt like watching it for a while. But this is for a show that you've probably heard of. It's called Adventure Time. It's on Cartoon Network. Here's the DVD box. Damn it, Adventure Time with Jake and Finn and all that crap. And I always thought this show looked really, really stupid. I never thought it looked good. I always thought it looked really stupid. And people said, no, it's really good. It's really awesome. I'm like, people are stupid these days. Some people will watch the stupidest stuff. You know, I heard the same stuff about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. People are like, oh, it's so good. It's garbage. It's like one of the worst shows I've ever, well, one of the worst shows I've ever seen. But it's nowhere near worthy of its praise. It sucks. Do not like the My Little Pony show at all. Horrible. But Adventure Time, I heard, was really good and everything. I figured it was the same old thing, you know. People like it, whatever. It's not, you know. But I thought I'd give it a chance. My one friend really likes it. I've heard other good things from people that I usually agree with a lot about certain things. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. Bought the first season. It was pretty cheap. And I watched the first 5 episodes with my friends, and I wasn't feeling it too much. But we were talking a lot over it, and I didn't get like the full, you know, thing. And whenever we laughed at a joke, which I did laugh occasionally, you know. So I was like, it's still, yeah, pretty much, yeah, it sucks. But I decided to watch it again. I decided to give it another chance. I got the full season, so why not? By myself, you know, no talking between us, just straight watching the episodes. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna do a video for each episode because they're real short. So this will probably be the longest one because I have to give it like an intro about what I'm going to be doing by watching it. And I'm going to kind of analyze it, kind of just give like a review of each small episode, kind of talk about how the series is, give you my impressions because I know a lot of people like the series. And I rewatched the first episode and I'm like, this is actually better than the first time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, it had a couple of funny scenes, but rewatching it again, I heard a lot more. I caught a lot more dialogue and everything. So the first episode, I forget the name of the first episode, but it's basically, let me see, is it written down anywhere? Okay, yeah, Slumber Party Panic. Okay, so, I mean, it's basically one of the most random shows I've ever seen in my life. Like, Ren and Stimpy almost has nothing. I mean, Ren and Stimpy was more over the top than this show is, but it's along the same lines. It's just random. There's, like, candy people. Oh, the one dude, was like a candy cane. There's like a candy cane guy, and his head goes all the way around. There's like his head's like upside down with a little hat on. That was funny. Um, like candy people, and apparently they explode when they get scared. And there's zombies because Princess Bubblegum and Finn, this guy, um, are making like a thing to bring back people who are dead, like candy people who are dead, but they come back as zombies. And there's like, and it sounds like you missed something. It really feels like you totally missed something. Like, whoa, who are these characters? Why is the dog giant? Why is there a giant Chinese dragon, unicorn, rainbow thing with like a weird accent, and a pinata named Manfree who, he's awesome. I don't know why. It's just, that's the thing is, when I first watched it, I was like, it's kind of sucky, whatever. But as I watched it again, I just love, he's like, hi, Finn. And just the way he talks was funny. Just the way, like, certain things Finn would say, like, hey, man, for your convenient appearance gives me an idea. Or, you know, other lines of dialogue, just the way certain things are said, I think were funny. I didn't really like his, like, the way he was, like, you know, algebraic. That was kind of stupid. The acting isn't great. It's very obvious that the lesson was keep your promises. But I love the part where, well, I don't love it, but I really like the part where the gumball machines show up. I know, it sounds crazy, like what the fuck is coming out of my mouth, right? But that's literally what happens. He breaks the promise, everything freezes, and then gumball machines come out, and then it's, hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. There'll be a little cut right there. I had to go do something. I'm sick, by the way, so sorry if I'm, like, sniffling or if I cough at all during any of these videos, because I'm probably going to make a few of these back-to-back, even if I'm not sick still. The videos will be coming out daily, so, you know, whatever. Some things he said, like, what was it? Where was I at? The gumball machines. Giant gumball machine gods show up, and they're like, you're gonna have to do trial by fire. And then Finn is like, that's stupid. I love how he just flat out says it. And I've seen the other episodes where he'll just, like, punch the Ice King in the stomach. It's like, that's exactly what you'd want to do. Like, oh, this fucking Ice King dude's just like, oh, gut shot him. And he actually does it. And I think that's funny, you're going to have to face trial by fire. It's like, that's stupid. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. Other lines of dialogue I thought were funny. I love when he's like, you're going to have to play 7 minutes in heaven. Because they're basically trying to make sure none of the candy people find out about the zombies. Because they'll get scared of the zombies and they'll blow up. Like this one dude did. And he walks into the graveyard and he's like, I'm just going to stand by this one thing and I'm going to turn around and lower my guard. Like, he's actually saying these things. And then the zombie shows up, he screams several times, then he explodes, and that was funny. The screaming wasn't funny, but as soon as he exploded, it made the whole scene funnier. It's one of those things where you have a funny little thing going, it's like, kind of funny, and once it hits its punchline, the whole thing becomes funny because you feel all that setup that led up to it. And I know George Carlin was good at doing stuff like that, and that small scene was like that. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn around and lower my defenses, and it's kind of funny. And then he starts screaming, and that's not really funny. He's just kind of screaming obnoxiously, but then he explodes, and that was legitimately funny. It surprised me because the show is all surprising. You can't predict anything that's gonna happen. It's a very unpredictable show, at least as of now. And that's the thing is, I've watched like the first 6 episodes. The last episode I watched before doing these reviews, I'm rewatching them, was The Jiggler. And most of the episodes are, oh fuck, I can't even, that episode. Disgusting. But yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's hard to really form an opinion because I guess I could say some of the dialogue was funny. I could say that the animation is very imaginative, but it's not really my cup of tea. I think it's a little cheap on the animation. The intro song is kind of charming, but it could be a little better, could be a little more substantial. It's very cheaply made. I think that's supposed to be the charm of it, but like I said, it is a little charming. The intro's kind of growing on me. But yeah, and it's just, I don't even know what to say, really. It's just, it's fucking Adventure Time, I guess. That was the first episode, gives you absolutely no context of anything, and that's not, I'm not really going to criticize that, because, and I'll explain this in later episodes, and later episode reviews, but I have a feeling that the series is going to do something that I think is really, really smart. So we'll see where that goes, but I don't want to say anything yet. It's like the first episode. But I have a feeling this series is going to do something very, very smart, very well written, and if it does, I'm going to give it a lot of props. And I'll explain what that is in future episode reviews once more things are shown and everything. But anyway, I'd give this first episode like, I can't even really rate it. All I can say is that I did enjoy it to a certain extent. Not every joke worked, but I did think some of them were funny. Yeah, especially just like the dialogue, just certain quick lines. Like, you have to keep all the candy people in complete ignorance. Like, just the way she said that was really funny. The whole break your promise thing. I love how it was like a lesson of never break your promises, which is very generic and very cliche. But I love how he completely turned it around. And he's like, yeah, but if I break a promise, I get to fight giant gumball monsters and bring the dead back to life. That was funny. I love how it's supposed to be like this moral lesson. And then the moral lesson is there. Like I said, it is cliche and generic. But I love how he just turns it on his head and he's just like, I can bring the dead back to life if I break a promise. For some reason, that just works for me. I don't know. But overall, I can't say the series is like a pleasant surprise or anything because I haven't seen enough of it. It is still pretty much what I expected it to be. So, kind of okay. Not that great. People have said it's amazing. I'll ride out this whole first season because I have heard that it gets more, I guess, emotional, so to speak. And If I didn't know that ahead of time, I would never know that I would never see that coming. So again, very unpredictable show. But overall, yeah, I'm gonna watch the next episode right now, and I'll be filming another review of it. I apologize for being sick, but yeah, it is what it is. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.